All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. On the ready. 52 to Mike. Check.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Elliott. And an alley to run. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They run toss to the right with Drake. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's
now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
61, matchbox, light.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
5-2 is the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check 24, check 24. Slam.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, 1st-round draft pick. Uncle was a 1st-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. On 1st down, Drake. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
You ready? You ready?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Dancing to his left. It's Kelce on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. To throw is Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Taylor steps away to his... Looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The tight end Kelce was the intended target.
Hey, echo.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Two seconds to go, first quarter.
Everyone's got 4.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Drake. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Taylor. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Mike's 54. Mike, hey, I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mike's 5-4.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
54. Mike.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now Brown. 51 yards on the punt there. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the toss, Drake going left. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Traven Howard. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Running, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card week. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
He's talking about
They'll try and throw for it. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Taylor will throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Taylor to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Taylor. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
52's the Mike. He's time to go. He's time to go. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, let's go. 52 seconds.
Now Taylor to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. On first down, it's Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Drake will start the drive on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the shift. Hey, orbit. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Get ready.
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Second and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on quarterback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 37, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Brandon, so many defenders are former offensive players in a past life. You know how much fun they have when they pick off a pass and get a chance to relive their offensive days. Take it from defense to offense. They love waltzing into the end zone doing exactly that.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Taylor. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Taylor now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it third down.
It's now third down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set,
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
General West, 50, play.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. With it is Brown. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Got him in. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Here we go, here we go. 10 over. Tiny's on Ringo.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Jason Myers now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Drake. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 3rd down, Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. Going to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Taylor on first down. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. And he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. They stay on the ground with Drake. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Hey, wahoo!
He'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. This is fielded at the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And an alley to run. Taylor hit. He lost the football. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Hayes. Wide open receiver complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. Hayes. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Right back to Drake. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Everyone's got four. Go.
On third and short, Drake. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to